Well, hello. Welcome to WG Content's Unscripted. Today we have Jenny Bristow, CEO and founder of Hedy Hop. Hedy and Hop.
Yes.
Welcome to Unscripted. So nice to have you.
Thanks for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Yeah, you're a perfect guest for something like this. Just so bright joy, willing to just jump in and be brave and answer all these sort of unscripted questions. Before we started the record, we were talking about your life and what you have going on. So I thought if you could just share with us a little bit about you personally, your background, your family, and that really fun project you have going on in your backyard.
Yeah. I am married to a fabulous man. We have three boys, ages 10, 15, and 17. So I'm a boy mom, which I
Yeah.
absolutely love. I grew up on a farm, and that's actually how I got in this industry. Is our rule growing up was you had to either be making money and working or be out on the tractor working on the farm.
Okay.
And I wanted air conditioning, so I taught myself how to hand code websites and started my first web development company in seventh grade.
Oh my gosh. Wow. That is so cool.
Well, and now I'm doing everything I can to get back to the farm. So
Yeah.
life always comes full circle,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
So,
and you
but
know what's so interesting about that is that we haven't done many of these unscripted interviews. I think you might be my the eighth one, but more than half of the people I've talked to so far grew up with farms and farm animals. Isn't that interesting?
strong work ethics.
I don't know what
I
that says
love
about
it.
our industry, about us. I don't know, but I think that's great. So we have a bunch of questions here in front of us, and we're just going to dive in. And you don't really know what we're going to ask, but we're going to see what we learn about Jenny. All right, here we go. If we opened your camera right now, what would we find the most pictures of?
Backyard inspiration. So I was telling you
Yes.
before we started
Yes,
recording
yes.
that we're redoing our backyard. So again, I have two boys in high school. And so we know like the clock is ticking, right? We live in a
Yeah.
very walkable neighborhood. We have boys over here all the time. I learned that if I bake things every day and have a downstairs fridge full of
Yeah.
soda, we are the hangout
Yeah.
house. So pro tip for parents that want to be the
Yes.
hangout house and know everything that's going on. We
Yeah.
decided to do a pool. And so
Yeah.
we're in the digging stage. It is a
Yeah.
muddy mess, but I've been screen capturing tons of inspiration pictures and sending them to
Yeah.
my builder and my husband, and it's been
Yeah.
really fun. So I'm
Yeah.
really excited. We will swim probably towards Halloween, so it'll be
Yeah.
ready for next year.
Yeah. Got to keep it warm and keep them swimming. But
Mhm.
that's so smart to have a home environment that's super welcoming for these boys. We kind of did the same thing. I don't know if we were as intentional as you are about that, but our proximity to the schools and everything just made us sort of home base for a lot of kids. And now they're all in college or post college, and it's still the same way. Like they love coming to our house and hanging out. So I think that's really neat that you guys are doing that. And we'll have to see a picture when I see you. I guess if you're done this fall with this pool, you got to come with pictures to Shishmid.
I will. I will have
Yeah, I
pictures
want to
and
see what
do
it
a
looks
whole
like.
before and after. Yes.
Yes, yeah, that'll be great. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna pick a different one. What's something that you believed as a kid that makes you smile now?
Um, that I had to show up a certain way in order to get approval.
Hmm.
You know, so
That
I very much believed that I had to follow the rules that were set out in life. Growing up in the country, I really only saw certain kinds of family dynamics, you know, getting married young, having kids. um,
yeah,
my my family was very entrepreneurial, but I didn't see anybody where the woman was the breadwinner, or where you know, they traveled extensively or lived any sort of lifestyle that wasn't more traditional. So I always thought that's what had to happen. And as I've gotten older, I've been like, I don't have to do any of that. I can do whatever I want. And it just makes life more and more fun. So I kind of
yeah,
smile back on how naive I was when I was
yeah,
younger. And I'm now intentionally giving my children lots of exposure to
yeah.
different lifestyle choices.
Mhm.
So that way they never fall into that trap of thinking they have to do, you know, A and then
Right.
B and then
Follow
C.
some kind of path. I
Yeah.
mean, when you think back on that, like, was there like a pivotal point in your life that you can identify that, like, just that shift in your mindset?
Well,
I mean, college, I
okay.
mean, sometimes for us, it's like college or your first job or,
So no, I'm going to go real deep here and personal. Divorce. So I got a
Okay.
divorce when I was 35. And that
Okay.
was I don't have to do this anymore. I want to
Okay.
live life to actually live for myself and not meet other
Yeah.
people's expectations. So
Yeah.
because I had to work full time when I went to school because my family
Yeah.
couldn't afford to help me pay. So I had a full time job at a healthcare recruiting company, which was awesome because I was able to test what I was learning as I was going to
Mhm.
school. And then I did nights and weekends for
Yeah.
school. So it was a very non fun but
Yeah.
very productive. And I definitely
Yeah.
credit that to being where I am at this stage in my life.
I mean, and look at where you are. You have like this growing agency and a pool in your backyard and all kinds of fun things. I love that. Thank you for sharing
Yes.
that. That's very
Yeah.
cool. Okay, so if you could time travel to any era just for the vibes, where would you go?
Totally the early 80s
Oh,
because I
yeah.
was born in 83 and I look back
Okay.
at all of these pictures at the way that my parents were dressed and their hairstyles and like their short shorts. They were
I don't,
killing it. And I would love to
yeah,
just go back in time and see the fashion. And
yeah,
it was pre-internet, pre-cell phone.
yes,
People were
yes.
just living. So
I
I would love to
know.
go back for a week and just experience that.
And the neon and
Yes.
the music
And
and
the
everything.
mustaches and
Yes, and the big hair and all of it. I mean, I must have been, I guess, well, let's see, I was born in 75. So I was, more like, I guess, elementary school in the 80s.
yeah.
But boy, you think back and you think about like just how iconic that decade was. I mean, they all kind of were 60s, 70s,
Yeah, in their
80s,
own
90s.
ways. Yeah.
And now it's like 2000, 2010. I'm like, oh, what is what is this decade? How do you define it? I don't know, but we can remember the 80s fondly for sure.
Yes.
What's a little thing that always makes your day better no matter what?
Texts from my boys
Oh, do they text you often?
all the time.
Oh, what good boys.
So they're such
Yes.
good boys. They'll text me all the time and they'll ask how my day is going and they'll
Oh,
ask like how a meeting went that I told them about.
yeah.
Um, so every night we sit down for dinner when we can, if sports don't
Yeah.
interrupt. And we always do, we go around and say, what was your favorite part of your
Mhm.
day? And then
Mhm.
often we'll go around and say, like, what did you mess up today? Or
Mhm.
something else to like have them get comfortable with
Sure.
failure.
Conversation and all that. Yeah.
Yeah. And so because we share about that, they know what's going to happen the next day in my day. And so they always kind of check in and
Yeah.
it's really sweet.
What are they into? Are they into like, are they all like in sports or?
So the older two are very entrepreneurial.
Okay, very
So
cool.
the older one started a car washing and power washing company this summer with his best friend, and they are killing it. And then the 15-year-old has a perfumery business. So he makes custom perfumes and he has
Wow.
like hundreds of individual oil vials that you can mix together. And so he does custom mixing and bottling.
Yeah.
And then he started a high-end detailing company. So he charges like twice what my older son does, but it takes him twice as long because he's in there
Okay.
with like
Yeah.
he's
A
shampooing the
toothbrush
carpets
and
and a
yeah.
toothbrush. And it's like
Yeah.
really, that's their personalities though.
Okay.
Move fast and break things and go super slow and have it be
Yeah. Very
perfect. So
detailed. I mean, how
mhm.
does he get into perfumery? I mean, what is that like exposure to getting
so
inspired to do that?
so he really loved all a bunch of boys are into colognes in middle school and
Yeah.
high school,
Yeah.
right? He
Hmm.
started seeing these really expensive brands and he's like, I wonder, he's just a rabbit hole, right? I wonder what the scents are that mix it up. I wonder if I could make it because this bottle's $500. Can I do it myself? And so then I always lean into their entrepreneurial initiatives. And I said, well, I will take you to Brooklyn and we can go to a perfumery school and we can take a class and learn. So we flew out last summer to Brooklyn and did a whole school.
Oh, what a good
It was
mom you
so
are.
fun.
That is so cool. Yeah, you should like have like maybe that's like your giveaway at the next conference, like some sort of like very
That
neat.
would be so cool. We could
Yeah.
do little sample
Yes.
sizes. That's a
I
good
think that
idea,
would be
actually.
fun.
I
Yeah, I
love
think that would
it.
be fun. All right. What's something new that you're really into right now? Besides your pool in the
Um,
backyard that you're spending a lot of time on.
let me see. This is a hard question. I feel like it
Well,
shouldn't
you're an
be
entrepreneur too, so you are always into
constant.
something
I'm
new
always
all
into
the
something
time.
new. I'm just gonna say my backyard. So
Yeah.
because for me, it's all about the details. So I posted on LinkedIn a picture of the mural that I just had painted by a muralist. And so for me, it's about like how can I create joy in all of these spaces. So the screenshots, yeah, it's about like layout and overall design, but it's also like what are little surprising moments of joy in the design that I can add in. And
Hmm.
so that's like the kind of the stuff that I'm focused on really heavily right now.
Yeah. So it's bringing you joy and it's something new and different. And I mean, you have that definitely like artistic, entrepreneurial, creative spirit. So I think this
Build something.
yard is
Yes.
going to be pretty amazing. All right, we're going to end our short conversation here with some really random and fun would you rather. This is where
Awesome.
ChatGPT is really great,
Cool.
because they can help me
All
come
right.
up with
I'm
these.
here for it. What we got?
I certainly can't come up with these. Okay. Would you rather always have to sing instead of speak or dance instead of walk?
Sing.
Okay. Would you rather write a best-selling novel or be the star of a hit reality show about your daily life?
Novel.
Okay,
I
yeah.
need some privacy.
Ditto. All right. Would you rather have coffee with your childhood hero or lunch with your future self?
Lunch with my future self.
Oh, that's a good one. Would you
Mhm.
rather brainstorm content ideas on a mountaintop or edit in a cozy beach cabana?
Brainstorm ideas. I'm a creator, not an editor. So
All
I
right.
love creating things. So
Yeah, and a
that sounds
mountaintop too.
dreamy.
That's just like, you have
Right?
the whole kind of inspirational vision.
Sounds
All right,
amazing.
last one. Would you rather be known for your, well, I think we know the answer to this one now. Would you rather be known for your creative genius or your calming presence on every team call?
Creative.
Yes. What
But
are
I
you
actually try
taking the
really hard.
Enneagram? Oh, go ahead.
I've actually tried really hard not to create chaos. So that's one of the things whenever Maggie joined me as president 4 years ago,
Yeah.
it's kind of whenever you're the visionary within an organization, I instinctually I just have these ideas and I want to just share them with everybody because I'm so excited. And I've really learned that does create chaos within the organization because if Jenny says something as the leader of the agency, everybody thinks it's urgent and they will pivot to work on it. Like,
Mhm.
no, 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 no. So now we actually have a structure where when I have these great ideas, Maggie and I talk about it first. There's my dogs. Talk about
Oh,
the prioritization,
yep.
prioritization within the organization, have a communication plan in
Yeah.
place. So I've really matured in the way that I bring ideas to the
Yeah.
organization. It's resulted in much healthier innovation and not
Yeah.
chaos.
Well, and I think that takes such a discipline and such a practice because when you have the ideas, you don't want them to get lost. So you feel like you need to like share them
Mhm.
with so many people. But then they absorb that. And that does, like you said, it creates that chaos around, well, how do we prioritize and what's next and where do we focus? And so there's the implications to that. So it sounds like you've found a good way to manage that.
I have, and we're big enough now as an
Yeah.
agency. I mean, we're over 40 people. So at this point, I really
Yeah.
have like Maggie, I tell her the ideas immediately. And then we have the leadership team. Then it can kind of like
That's great.
go down from there where the
Yeah.
rest of the organization can be calm until Jenny's
Yeah.
idea is fleshed out and has a plan. And then we bring people in.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for sharing all of that. I think we have a good idea of what's bringing you joy, but if you had to summarize what's bringing you joy these days, what would you say?
Authenticity.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Do you think
Yep.
we're losing some of that in general?
I do. I
Mhm.
do. I feel like I have been super intentional about it in the way that we work with clients, the way that we
Mhm.
hire, manage, and fire. Um, I get so much joy when I have a Zoom call I have to hop on and our client is there and she is also wearing a hoodie and has her hair in a
Mhm.
ponytail because she also just
Mhm.
got done doing a work out
Yeah.
over lunch,
Yeah.
right? I'm like,
Yeah.
yes, this is like who
Yeah.
we really are. Let's
Yeah.
show up. We have so
Right.
many talents to bring, but you don't have to put,
Mhm.
this false narrative on top of it.
Yeah.
And so really just showing up and being authentic and doing
Yeah.
something that brings you passion. I'm very, very thankful that I'm at a point in my career and agency size that I can choose to only work with
Hmm.
those clients that I truly feel are authentic
Yeah.
and have that same spirit of wanting to
Yeah.
create joy for their patients. And
Yeah.
that's truly a blessing.
Yeah, it is. And it's one of the reasons why started this unscripted.
Yeah.
I really just love getting to know people. I mean, I think it's important to know what we do in our work, right? In our
Mhm.
professional setting, but personally, just knowing families and backgrounds and about people. So I appreciate you sharing yours. And I know we'll see a lot of you. And congratulations on all of your growth and success. It's been really fun watching you do
Thank
so
you.
much in our space.
Thank you. I really appreciate
Yeah,
it.
thank you.